Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. A couple of, maybe a week ago, I posted a video showing the creation of these thank you cards. I used some Distress Oxides to do some ink blending. Our stamp of the month, let me see here, the April stamp of the month. Here we go. Message in a bottle. I used several of the bottles and the little heart and the thank you. I did some random stamping to create my own pattern background. My reason for making the cards was for a friend who's recovering from surgery, and I thought she could use a pack of thank you cards. So I wanted to keep them very thin and flexible so that they would be easy to mail. I will include stamps. I also am in the project today. I'll show you I'm using the fancy brackets. I'm using the smaller of the two, and I am using the smallest in the 3D flower because you know that's my favorite. I will get this out of the way and we will get to building a little box to put these cards in. You start out. This is my own creation. I have watched lots of box videos. In fact, my favorite is, her name is Poodles on YouTube. She's a Stampin' Up! Person from the UK, and she does lots of boxes and bags, and I enjoy her videos. So I'm starting out with what is my creation of a box, 8 by 12. That's my starting piece. With what I whacked off on the side, I'm going to use these pieces to do a little decorating on the box. So this piece is, I think, 2 by 5.5, and this other piece ended up being 2 3/4 by 5.5. And you can see they have some texture to them. I got that by running them through this oldie moldy but favorite of mine, embossing folders. Any embossing folder will do for you. This is one from my stash. I just love it and have held on to it. I also have a couple of other things over to the side when we get to decorating. But for now, we need to start scoring. So on the 8-inch side, let's see if I can pull it down. There we go. This is my old Stampin' Up! Scoreboard. It's what I have. I love it. We want to score 1 inch. Then I'm going to whiz it around, butt it up into that corner, score it 1 inch. Now on the 12-inch side, I'm going to butt it up there, and we're going to score at 3, 4, 8.5, 9.5. That's all the scoring we need. So we can set this to the side. Okay, the next thing we need to do is fold and burnish. I'm going to grab my bone folder so I can give this a nice crisp fold. You want to gently work the paper. It can crack. It has a white core, this particular color, and this color is lilac, which is a retired color, so it's in my stash. This is a good way to stash bust paper that you have, or cardstock. It's a great way to use it up. So I'm just folding and burnishing all of my scores. Okay. Now the 3-inch side, this is the bottom of our box, and I'll show you how this folds. So this is the bottom of our box. So we need to go along and we need to do some cutting here. So I'm cutting straight up where the little square is, and I'm wedging in just a little bit. And up here, I'm actually going to reach into this this rectangle, and I'm going to take my scissors and cut that piece away. Then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So we're going to wedge into that little square, just like that. And then this one, wedging into that rectangle, and then cutting this all away. There we go. It should look like this. You can see the little tabs, how this all goes. Then we need to start gluing it together. I use glue. You can use whatever floats your boat. I just happen to think the glue works the best. And I am going to put glue on that little square tab and glue it to this back panel that I wedged into. Same on the other side. A little glue on this tab and attach it to the back little wedged in rectangle. Next thing you do is throw a little glue on these front tabs, and they are going to, as you fold it up, they're going to wrap around. And I'm going to put it on its side, do my little bone folder in there just to press it in place. This wraps that front panel around to the side, and I think that gives a cleaner look. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to do a little decorating. Could have done this before I made the box. Probably should have done this before I made the box, but I didn't. And so we will do it this way. So the smaller of the two panels goes up here on the lid, or the flap, and this other panel goes down here on the bottom. You don't have to decorate. I just like to decorate. I think it looks pretty. Okay, this panel goes right here. And I'm going to just take this and put it across. In fact, I think I'll put the glue here. And get that a little press. Flip it over, and I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the excess. Next thing we will do is we will make our belly band. So I have a piece of 2" by 12" pattern paper. I find pattern paper works the best to do this. And all you do is lay it down, lay your box on top, and we're going to hand fold this up and around. I don't bother trying to score it because it never seems to quite line up as I would hope, as much as I try. So I find that this works the best. You want to make sure that it's tight enough to wrap around, but not so tight that you can't slip it off. The point of the belly band is to be able to slide your box. Slide this off of your box so that you can get it open, but then it helps to keep the box closed. tight, so I am going to re-glue. Loosen it up just a little bit. And that's okay where that ripped. You won't see it. Do some glue on here. Put this in place. And then I did use the, oh no, look at that. I just tore that. Well, we're going to make this work. We're going to go here, and we can just, if this happens to you, you can just put a little glue there and set it down. Because we're layering it, it'll be fine. You won't even notice. This is some glitter paper. I think it was the mulberry, or it was a previous color of the year. The name escapes me. But I bought the glitter paper because I thought it was very pretty and sparkly. And I think it's close enough to the lilac that it works. Then I just punched a little hole. I used one of my little Stampin' Up! Circle punches. This one is a 1/2 inch. And punched a little center for the flower. That's it. That's our little box. Slip the belly band off. Put your cards in. Let's see if they fit. Oh yeah. And we need envelopes. Perfect. That's 12 cards. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, watching my video, watching me fumble, because you know that's part of the gig here. And there you go. Have a blessed crafty day. I'll see you next time.